أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها المدثر قم فانذر وربك فكبر وثيابك فطهر والرجز فاهجر صدق الله العلي العظيم. Ninth class lecture number 4, and I came here to teach you mechanism of respiration. What is the process of respiration? As we were discussing that respiration take place inside mitochondria, but one thing now I will modify. There are three steps of respiration. One is glycolysis, and one is the Krebs cycle. One is the glycolysis, one is the Krebs cycle, second is the Krebs cycle, third one is the electron transport chain. This is not the electron transport chain which takes place in photosynthesis. That photosystem 1, photosystem 2 are different. This is different. And sequence wise I told you, glycolysis takes place, number 1, it takes place outside mitochondria. Krebs cycle takes place inside mitochondria, electron transport chain inside mitochondria. And output of this respiration is to produce ATP molecule, because respiration produces energy. So main target by using glucose, because in photosynthesis you was forming glucose, here you will use glucose, and after forming glucose you will use the glucose in different reaction, and you will convert the glucose into ATP, and in the photosynthesis you used ATP to convert into glucose. That was opposite process. So what is the glycolysis? First step is glycolysis. So I will explain the glycolysis. First of all, glycolysis, before glycolysis I will tell you anaerobic respiration is also called fermentation, and there are two type of respiration. One is aerobic respiration and one is anaerobic respiration. In aerobic respiration and in anaerobic respiration, similarity is there, that first step of both reactions is same, which is glucose to the pyruvic acid. This is the glucose changes to pyruvic acid. This is called glycolysis. This reaction is called glycolysis. And glycolysis take place in aerobic respiration as well as in anaerobic respiration. So look at the aerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration, which is divided into two types, alcoholic fermentation and lactic acid fermentation. This is not aerobic respiration which I am teaching now. I am just telling you the type of respiration. This is anaerobic respiration. In anaerobic respiration, after glycolysis, the process is very simple. Pyruvic acid changes to alcohol and carbon dioxide, and this is also called as ethanolic fermentation, because ethyl alcohol is ethanol. And in the second reaction, in the second type of fermentation or anaerobic respiration, main topic is aerobic respiration, but just one sentence about this. Pyruvic acid, which is the product of the glycolysis, it changes to lactic acid by lactobacillus bacteria, and this is another type of anaerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration finished there, but aerobic respiration is a very long process, because after the glycolysis the Krebs cycle take place. Look here, first step is glycolysis. When the glycolysis take place, glucose changes to pyruvic acid. One glucose changes to 2 pyruvic acid. ATP will be produced, which is our product. But we want more ATP molecule. Therefore, we will use this pyruvic acid in the Krebs cycle, and before entering into Krebs cycle, it will react with the coenzyme A to form acetyl coenzyme A. Now it is ready to form more ATP molecules. So more ATP molecule will be formed. How more ATP molecule will be formed? In the Krebs cycle. Where the Krebs cycle take place? Inside mitochondria. So what will happen? We will use coenzyme ADP FAD plus NAD plus. Don't confuse about this coenzyme. You will study these enzymes in senior classes, but they will catalyze this chemical reaction to form ATP. It means ATP is produced. But you are watching You are watching in both these reaction, in reaction number 1, in reaction number 2, ATP is produced which is over target, but NADH, it is not NADPH. NADPH was produced in photosynthesis, but NADH is also produced. So NADH can also be used in third part, because NADH also consists of energy rich, but we don't want NADH. We don't need the energy of NADH, we want energy of ATP. So we can use one energy rich molecule into another energy rich molecule, mean we can change NADH into ATP molecule. So by this way we are increasing ATP molecule. In glycolysis we have produced the ATP, but we also produced NADH, which we can use in electron transport chain. So electron transport chain, it helps us to convert energy, an NADH energy rich molecule, FADH to another energy rich molecule, to convert them into ATP molecule, and by this way we will increase the number of ATP molecule. It means some ATP molecules will be produced directly. Look at the glycolysis. After pyruvic acid, one ATP molecule produced directly. Here in this case ATP produced directly, but some energy transitional molecules are formed. They are not ATP, but they can form ATP. Look here, for example, I tell you FADH2. I will tell once again, NADH is not ATP, but they can form ATP molecule. You can use NADH molecule to form ATP molecule in electron transport chain, third part of respiration. You can use FADH2, which is produced in Krebs cycle, to convert FADH2 into ATP. So by this way, remaining molecules like FADH2, NADH can also be converted into ATP molecule. By this way we can increase the ATP molecule. I will speak simple now, that first step is glycolysis. Some ATP are produced directly, no, very welcome, because that is our target, but some ATP, some energy rich molecule are NADH, they are not ATP. We will use electron transport chain to convert NADH to ATP. Similarly, when you see the FADH2 molecule, they are also NADH, FADH2 also produced in the Krebs cycle. You will use these two molecules to convert into ATP in electron transport chain. You got the idea why the electron transport chains are required. Reason is that because electron transport chain convert NADH and FADH2 into ATP molecule. So this is the cycle. It will tell how many ATP molecule will be produced. One glucose molecule produce 36 ATP molecule. It is clear from the figure. So you can see now, glycolysis, as I told you, it takes place outside the mitochondria. Outside the mitochondria, one NADH, outside the mitochondria, one NADH will produce, look here, one ATP will produce 2 NADH. Now I will explain once again how many NADH will be produced in this cycle, one by one. Students, I want your attention. When you use NADH in the glycolysis, which takes place outside the mitochondria, 2 NADH are produced in the glycolysis, and 2 NADH will form 4 ATP molecule. I will explain mathematically. One NADH normally form 3 ATP molecule. One NADH normally form 3 ATP molecule. But NADH produced in glycolysis is outside the mitochondria. Therefore, this one ATP will be used to transport this energy into the mitochondria. Therefore, NADH of glycolysis will produce 2 ATP molecule. One NADH of the glycolysis will produce the 2 ATP molecule. But one NADH of inside mitochondria will produce the 3 ATP molecule. Look here, the 2 NADH in glycolysis produced 4 ATP molecule, mean one NADH produce 2 ATP molecule. Reason, because that is outside the mitochondria. Now pyruvic acid, which is the product of the glycolysis, it changes into acetyl coenzyme A. As I told you before, Krebs cycle, pyruvic acid change to acetyl coenzyme A, and it takes place inside mitochondria. It is very easy. It will form, one NADH will form 3 ATP molecule, mean 2 NADH will form 6 ATP molecule. These 2 NADH takes place outside mitochondria, they will form 4 ATP molecule. 6 NADH produced in the Krebs cycle, they will form 18 ATP molecule. Reason? Because that is inside mitochondria, and each NADH can produce 3 ATP molecule, and 6 multiplied by 3 equal to 18. Now I will tell you third one, FADH2. FADH2 can produce 2 ATP molecule, and that is not produced elsewhere, only in the Krebs cycle inside mitochondria. So there is no confusion. One FADH2 can produce 2 ATP molecule, and 2 FADH2 will produce 4 ATP molecule. So you can sum up these energies. These all energies will be equal to these all energies will be equal to 36 ATP. The technical point, and 2 ATPs are produced in the Krebs cycle directly, and 2 ATP are produced by the glycolysis directly. They also added in 36 ATP molecule, but significant point in the cycle is that NADH of glycolysis outside mitochondria produce 2 ATP, NADH inside mitochondria 3 ATP, because 1 ATP will be consumed in transporting the energy from the mitochondria, from outside the mitochondria to inside the mitochondria. So this was the aerobic respiration, mean glycolysis, mechanism of respiration, glycolysis, Krebs cycle, and the Krebs cycle in the glycolysis, oxidation of the pyruvate, and the Krebs cycle. Thank you.